episode onwards, I am going to teach you higher level English as grammar, spoken English, idioms and much more. What are the important things? Around 12 items I am going to teach you so that you may learn the language of English perfectly in the standards of world. If you want to learn worldwide standards, UK accent and UK grammar and spelling, at the same time USA accent and some vocabulary changes, and also as Australia come New Zealand accent, such kind of things. Since the beginning of parts of speech and till the end of UK, USA and Australia language differences. I am going to teach you all those things. If you observe carefully, around 12 items I am going to teach you, you can learn the best language so that you may communicate with the worldwide platform or in the worldwide platform, and also so that you may cope up your own conversations as a teacher, as an entrepreneur or something, etc. Or you may draft your emails or letter or books, whatever it may be. You will be able if you learn these classes properly. Okay, what are the important things I am going to teach? Just I give some brief introduction. Remember that it is only or merely an introductory class. Don't be hesitated. I am going to teach chapter by chapter clearly, topic by topic in coming days as episodes. It is Tyndall English. I am the author of this book. I have written 2 books, lower level English and higher level English also. Mostly fundamental grammar is avoided in this book because it is higher level. It is meant for especially English to English learners, non-Telugu speakers especially. It is study material. You can learn English grammar, spoken English, idioms and other uses. English, Bible and English. Hebrew and Greek relation with English and the Bible also would be taught. Just get ready to learn all these things. Okay. What are the things I am going to teach you? First, I tell you orally and I will show the structures. Structural method or table method or chart method is the best method to learn any critical language in the world. Understand? It is called structural or table or chart method is the best method to learn any critical subject, especially critical language in the world. Yes, so many scholars, English scholars have mentioned and advised to learn in this way. Okay, let us come to the point. Number 1, pronounce table. It must be learned in the beginning. Number 2, adjectives like positive, comparative and superlative degrees as 4 items in a chart or in a table. Number 3, helping verbs. That means auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Number 4, tenses. That means active voice, total 16 tenses table. 4 main tenses and 4 subtenses. In tenses you have to learn properly active and passive voices. Both are as tables. Number 5, reported speech. That is called with another name direct and indirect narration. Direct and indirect narration. Because Britishers say direct and indirect. Americans say direct and indirect. You don't bother about the pronunciation because there is a problem. So many countries like India and some African countries and some other South American countries, they use both UK and USA accents. Okay, after that, number 5, reported speech. You know that, reported speech. There is a small table and with the arrow marks. If you observe that table carefully, you can learn easily. Reported speech is very easy. It is my very soul child. I drew with my own hands by observing total direct and indirect narration classes and various items. I prepared 2 tables. If you observe the 2 tables carefully for an hour, you will handle that reported speech item or grammar point so easily. Number 6 is question tags. Vastly, it will be taught vastly. And the question tags. Synthesis of sentence, simple, complex and compound. It is also dead easy. Number 8 is clauses, main clauses, subordinate clauses. It is also given in a small structure or table with some mustache bracket or some tables, simple table. Number 9 is idioms. It is very much important. Idioms are very difficult to handle a new language, especially a language like English. One should know idiomatic uses. And then the short forms also will be taught to you. What are the total short forms in English? How would they, or how they are prepared, or written, or spoken with the short forms will be taught. And next, spoken English part we will enter automatically. 10th point, spoken English. What are the dialogues, trilogues, monologues, multilogues, etc. will be taught. And also in 11th point, other uses like mathematical uses, medical uses. And 12th point, UK, USA and Australian accent and grammar and also some spelling differences. Especially we go. Finally, as a conclusion, as a part of conclusion, we will give you what is the English and Bible relation. What are the English and Bible relations? Okay, let us come for a while. First, personal pronouns table. First, personal pronouns table. Page number, if you go to 14, yes. If you go through, yes, it is very much important. It is very much important. What are the personal pronouns? Subjective case, objective case, adjective, possessive and reflexive. You may think that they are very easy, I know all of them. You may think that. But I say one thing, some simple things are very difficult in practical English when you are conversing with others. Suppose, let us come. First person singular is 1, second person singulars are 2. Old singulars and these are old singulars or these are new singulars. Third person singulars are 3. He, she, it. This he, she, it adds to their verbs es or s. Suppose I do, we do, you do, thou doest. It is old language. You do. He, she, it does. He does, she does, it does, or it barks. They do, normal. Only third person singulars maintain in entire present tenses. The verb adds yes or es with the verbs, those come with he, she, it. He, she, it verbs always follow, he, she, it following verbs always in present tenses only added. They are added es or s, like do becomes does, have becomes has in perfect tense, in that way. Make becomes makes, takes, etc. At the same time, we can think one thing. There is a possessive case, mine. Let me say one thing, mine. Why should I teach all these things? You have to know it. You may think that so many people are teaching, why this person is teaching very simple things. No. So only exceptional things in simple grammar I teach you. Suppose mine. What is the difference between mine and my? He is my friend, he is a friend of mine. What is the difference, He is my friend means he is your friend only in that group. Is the friend to you only. in that group. Is a friend of mine means is one of your friends, or is a friend along with others in the group. Understand my point? That means is my friend means one of my friends. Is my friend means is only friend to you, or is the friend to you only among them. Is friend of mine means it is general thing, is friend like others. Is friend is a friend like other friends. There is no special. It is my bag means the bag belongs to you only. The bag is mine means like other people. It is your bag also. Some others also have some part in that. In that way. Mine is a pronoun, possessive pronoun. Mine is a noun, a coal mine. A word mine is used as noun also. How we use it? A coal mine, a gold mine. That means a digging place of some metal. Okay? It is very important. First person, second person, third person. Especially third person singular should be learnt properly to handle tenses table properly. If you learn tenses table, you can understand direct and indirect narration so easily. If you learn these two things, you can do very easily classes, main class and subordinate class. You learn all these things, you can understand what are the kinds of sentences, what is statement, what is imperative, what is question, what is exclamation sentence. Those things would be understood so easily to you. Those things would be understood so easily to you. Okay, let us come to the point. The next point is adjectives. Let us come to 158th page. Let us come to page number 158. I will teach a noun and its usages also, but I skip unimportant things. Let us come to the important points. What are the adjectives and how to make them up? Let us come. After pronouns, we have to go to. Please come to the point. Kinds of sentences are given to you. It is the tenses table. I will teach you a little bit now. Just go to this. It is the beginning of grammar point, you know that. I taught you already what is the pronoun table, what is the pronouns table, and then we will go to chapter 4 adjective. Just to see that. Positive, comparative and superlative degree. It is page number 17. If you learn it properly, remaining adjectives are very easy. How to frame a positive degree sentence, a sentence with positive degree, and how to prepare a sentence with comparative degree, and how to prepare a sentence with superlative degree. These are the norms. There are altogether 4 models only. If you learn these 4 models, you will be able so easily. And then if we go to helping verbs, what are the helping verbs? Or modal auxiliaries. That means auxiliary, primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Come to page number 27. Come to page number 27. Yes. See here. Yes. These 3 are called primary auxiliaries. That means be forms, have forms, and do forms. There are 3 things: be forms, have forms and do forms. It is given here. These 3 are primary auxiliaries. Aux means AUX. Aux means having dual nature or dual feature. That means these helping verbs or auxiliary verbs can be used as main verbs also sometimes. If there is no main verb in that sentence, this helping verb can be used as main verb. Suppose, let me say one example. Hello brother, I am here. That means am is main verb because there is no another verb. I am writing a letter. Am is helping verb. Writing is main verb. What have you done there? That means have is helping verb, but done is main verb. If there is no second verb, helping verb is used as main verb. That is the difference you have to learn. Okay? Remember these things. You know, be forms. You may think that it is very easy, but it is very difficult to use. And then have form verbs and also do form verbs. I will give you so many tips when I am teaching the classes. Just it is introductory class, remember that. It is not complete explanatory. Just it is an idea that I am giving to you so that you may learn English easily, not only in my class. You can learn from my hints, from other sources also. You may go to internet on your own. You may refer another book on your own. You need not teach on my teaching only. If you teach, that is good. You may not teach, that is also good for me. I am a social worker and especially God's servant. I don't bother about anything. Remember carefully. These are the helping verbs part. Next, yes, number 4 is tenses. You must remember carefully this thing. Page number 29. Let us go. Page number 29. Okay, please come. Yes, this is the most crucial and important thing to learn English language. It is also my very soul child. I am the first person from India who prepared 16 tenses table. Praise God. And glory to God alone. I will show you. I will show you. Don't worry. Yes. This is the 16 tenses table in English. Try to zoom if possible. If possible. Active voice table. Next is active voice interrogative table. Next is passive voice table. See here. This is the most important and crucial table what I have developed by using my total skills to teach English in proper way for the sake of God's service especially. It can be used in secular field either. I am very happy to introduce such class in English medium to the entire world as the servant of God. Learn it properly. These are all sentences. Remember one thing, only statements and interrogative sentences come under tenses table. Only statements. You can call 3 names: statements, assertives or declaratives. 3 are 1. Just they are called different names to one type of sentences. Statements or declaratives or assertives. 3 are 1. Second type of sentences are imperative sentences. Imperative sentences do not come under tenses table. They don't have present tense, past tense, etc. Imperative sentences maintain only active and passive voice. In the same way, exclamatory sentences also do not maintain tenses. They can be used as active and passive voice only. You remember one thing, out of 4 kinds of sentences, only 2 kinds of sentences come under tenses. What are they? Statements and interrogative sentences. Interrogative or questions, whatever you think. Remember 16 tenses. 4 main tenses, 4 subtenses. What are the main? Present, past, future and conditional tense, or future in the past tense, we can say this. Especially subtenses are simple, continuous or progress, whatever you call. Perfect and perfect continuous. 4 sub and 4 main all together are 16 tenses table. How to change these tenses into interrogative table? Suppose I see. Suppose I see. How to make it as question form? How to change it as question form? I see is statement. Do I see is question or interrogative sentence. Do I see? Only extra words are added in present simple and past simple only. Remaining are self-framed questions. You need not add another word to change as interrogative sentence. Do I see? Did I see? Remaining are self. Suppose I am seeing is changed as interrogative. Am I seeing? Just replacing or order of words change. Okay, let us come to other points also. These both are active voice. Active voice statements, active voice interrogatives. This is passive voice table. See carefully. Yes. Passive voice. Passive voice table, remember carefully. You don't bother about passive voice is not for all tenses. For future continuous and conditional continuous there is no passive voice. You need not use it. In olden days people used it to use, but there is no use. It is removed in modern English. And all perfect continuous tense, for all perfect continuous tense there is no passive voice. See how easy it is. Suppose I see, that means I can see what is there. I am seen means I am seen by other person. I am seen by other person. That means others can see me. It is passive. Okay? In this way. I have done. I have done. Later it has another way you can say it is done. In passive voice it is done. That is passive voice. In active voice it does. It does. In that way you can learn many things. And next point, a tenses table will be explained very clearly along with the rules. It is very easy. You can take a snapshot and you can practice on your own. You don't bother about that. After tenses we can learn a reported speech. Page number 46. Okay, let us learn. While I am teaching in some schools and colleges, I prepared this table. If you learn, try to zoom if possible. If you learn the small table once, and these 5 exceptional rules once, you can make or prepare any direct and indirect narration, that means reported speech, within few minutes. It is not at all a big task to learn direct and indirect narration. Learn how any sentence is used in present tense. It is, that means any direct speech is used in present tense. It is changed into past tense in this way in indirect speech. Any past tense is used in direct speech. It is changed into indirect speech in this way. I will teach clearly in coming days, don't worry. Just it is introductory class, so I am giving some glimpses. A glance is kept in front of you for the coming days, to stir up the interest for the coming classes. If any future tenses, are used in direct speech, they are changed according to these arrow marks in indirect speech. Okay? Very easy. I will teach you bit by bit, because the total introduction should be given in short time. That is the problem here. Okay, next, these are the changes of reporting verb part and prepositions, etc. And next, after tenses, reporting speech, as a 6th point, question tags are taught to you. What are the question tags? How do I teach them? Okay, learn properly. So these are all question tags, very easy, but very important. Without learning question tags, we can communicate day-to-day life in English properly. That is the problem. Okay, you can learn. Question tags are here. Next, number 7 is synthesis of sentences. Page number 60. That means simple complex compound. Yes. Yes, 16th page, 60. Yes. It is also very easy. Just altogether 10 models. Simple, complex. To prepare some fund of vocabulary. To cope up some new model of sentences without monotony. To the context, you have to learn synthesis of sentence. That means simple, complex and compound. Okay. Altogether there are 10 points. As a structure I'll teach you. Don't worry. Next is clauses. Main clauses, subordinate clause, division are there. Division is there in English language. How to maintain main clause and how to maintain subordinate clause, etc. Is taught in 63rd page. Yes. If you learn the small table, enough. There is a small table. By basing on tenses table, I prepared. If a clause is in present tenses, if there is no exceptional rule, I am saying here. If a clause is in present tense, another clause must be in future tense. If a clause is in past tense, another clause must be in either past or conditional tense. In the same way, if a clause is in present tense, another clause must be in present or future. One tense is skipped here. If there are no exceptional rule, it is common rule to learn clauses. I'll teach within an episode very easily in coming days. Don't bother about that. You can mention your interest and your requirement in comment box. We will go ahead accordingly. Okay. Let us come to the one more point. Idioms, page number 72. What are the idioms? You know? I'll come. Yes, 72. What is idiomatic rule? One should know that firstly. What is idiomatic rule? What is called idiom? Idiom means a language pattern designed by history without having a rule, grammar or spelling rule. Idioms do not maintain, most of the times idioms do not maintain any grammar rule, or sometimes even spelling also they do not maintain. Idiomatic expressions. Almost these must be learned by experience, especially through native speakers. Let us come to the point. I wanted to go means I am thinking of going. Actually, wanted to means what in English? Want means a need. But here is not like that. I am thinking of going. Suppose I will go to many points. Just fundamentals I gave you. Keep on going. I gave so many important idioms. Make or have. Make or have. It is playing with me, don't worry. I am happy to see you. Present action. I am happy to have seen you. It is something local expression. Usually, other side people, non-English speakers usually say, I am happy to see you. But native people usually say, I am happy to have seen you. Something colloquial in their style. These are all fundamentals. I go to the depths of the idioms after so many usages. You can learn these. Phrasal idioms are there. Suppose by accident. I met her quite by accident. Here by accident means not colliding with vehicles or something. By accident means here unexpectedly. There is no true meaning. We shouldn't take literal or true meaning while we are using idioms. I will teach you afterwards, don't worry. Let us go to the next point. Idiomatic expression is there. Phrasal idioms are verbs, other idioms, and prepositional verbs also called as idioms. Some proverbs also called idioms. After all, short forms are there in English language. Okay, you can learn it. Try to just, if possible, try to zoom it. What are the total short forms in English? How they are prepared? You can take a snapshot and screenshot, and you can develop it, and you can learn many things. How it is used for everything, short forms. It is a special chapter. I give a class upon this in coming days. And afterwards, yes, spoken English, 78 page. Yes, here onwards we have spoken English. What is spoken English? How many types of conversations are there in spoken English? How many types of conversations are there in spoken English? A monologue, dialogue, trilogue, multilogue, prologue, epilogue, soliloquy. 7 types of conversations are there in English. There is another 2 major conversations. They are called verbal and non-verbal. Verbal and non-verbal communication. It is conversation, but communication are 2 types: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. That is taught in. I taught it in personality development classes while I was teaching in APSSDC, instructor for as a district in charge. Come here. Monologue means one man speech. Dialogue means a conversation between 2 persons. Trilogue means a conversation among 3. Multilogue means a conversation among more than 3. Prologue means a preliminary speech, a poem or matter. That means a first writing for a book or etc. As a beginning speech in a meeting, etc. Epilogue means ending or conclusion writing or speech. And soliloquy means a person's internal voice without concerning with other audience, etc. etc. Okay, so many conversations have been given to you. And next what I am going to teach you is other uses are there. So many other uses are there. It is called 89 page. What are the other uses means? There are so many other uses, much more. I kept this part's name in my book is much more. Much more. That means Old English and New English differences. Old English means not very old English, just King James, authorized King James Bible, and just 20th century beginning poets and English social writers English, and the present 21st century English differences, little bit like nouns differences, pronouns, verbs and adverbs. Suppose thou in Old English is you in modern English. Doest verb is do in modern English. In that way we will go ahead. Okay, and it is called punctuation marks in altogether 20 points. I gave you how to use full stop, comma, brackets, double dash, question mark, quotations, apostrophe, square brackets, capitals, and all these things, mustache brackets, etc. Okay, text message, modern text message uses, etc. also given. And finally we are going to learn 96th page. These are all medical, some medical quotes and meanings also have been given. Because it is higher level English, that is why I have given all these things. I have been developing this book for the past in around 20 years. Then my second daughter was around 4 or 5 years baby. Okay. American and British English differences. Listen carefully. I teach vastly on this subject at the end of our course. After almost all totally in final episodes I'll teach. And also Australia cum New Zealand accent and grammatical changes will be taught. Okay. I would have done it earlier actually. But I'd like to give some information in the beginning. Then only I'll teach orderly. If you request me in comment box, if more requests are there on particular topic, I try to take that topic earlier. That is the matter. Here, spelling differences. Neighbor is American without U. BOUR neighbor is British. Okay. Analyze, Americans use Z. Analyze, Britishers use SE, analyze. In that way, so many things. Jewelry, Americans use single L in jewelry, but Britishers use double L, jewelry. In that way, so many things. Fitted is fit is British. Fitted is American. In conjugation of verbs, we can say simply. Okay. Apologize and apologize. So many things in coming days. American grammar, British grammar, slight difference. There is no vast difference. It is not there. Very slight difference is there. Especially Australia cum New Zealand English copings. You can learn some activities are there. So in that way you can learn this grammar and spoken English, idioms, everything with us. Fundamental grammar is given at the end of the book. And so many fundamental grammar things are given. Finally, ultimately and finally, I gave English Bible translation or translator's history. Okay, learn all these things and get ready for the coming classes. God bless you abundantly. God bless you abundantly. Don't bother about your English language. I am here. A special God is with you, and I am also here to teach you. Certainly, you will be able to speak good English within few weeks. Come to the ultimate point. Yes. Shalom. God bless you.